This episode of No Huntsville is brought to you by the Brew Stooges. And another episode with No Huntsville. This is another craft beer episode. This is very exciting because this is our first on-location episode that we'll be doing, and we're very excited. We have Chris here from the Brew Stooges. Tell us the history of your brewery and talk about the beers that set you apart from other breweries here in town.
Oh, okay. Well, the Brew Stooges, when we started a little over a year ago, one of the things we decided we were going to do is we had to have a beer and a range of beers that appeal to the masses.
Right.
So, plus, it had to be something that we liked as brewers. So, we brewed what we like, and we talked to our drinkers and our fun people that come in and visit us and drink, and we shoot for what people like.
Okay.
So, a lot of our beers, we don't shoot on the real hoppy side, though coming up this summer, we are going to have an Imperial IPA out that's going to knock your socks off. But for the most part, we tend to lean towards the malty side and the very drinkable side.
Nice. Yeah. So one of my favorite beers here is obviously the Dizzy Dame. It's a raspberry beer. I'm not a big fruit beer kind of guy, but man, this thing is amazing.
I haven't seen this excited about something since crack in the 80s.
Yeah. All right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some of the beers that you have on tap right now, so that when people come over to your tap room, again, Thursday through Saturday, 5 to 9 is when you're open. People can come down here, try your beers right off the tap. So talk about the beers you have on tap right now that people can try.
Yeah, we've got that. We'll start from the big ones to the lighter ones.
Right.
Starting off, we've got our Numbskull Russian Imperial Stout.
Okay.
And it's 10% alcohol. It's got 7 or 8 different layers of flavor on there.
All right.
It's a fabulous beer, but you got to be careful with it. Yeah, that's good. Second one we've got is our workhorse, which is Double Wrong Rye. It's a rye pale ale.
Right.
Got a lot of spice on it. It's an Imperial rye pale.
Okay.
So it's also about 8.5% alcohol. Yeah, I got that one right. Yay! All right, so right down the bat, we go into Dizzy Dame, which is also 8.5% alcohol.
There you go, the Dizzy Dame.
Yeah,
right,
boy,
exactly.
that's one of my favorites too. It's actually
Everybody's favorite.
It has a sweet flavor, but it's actually one of the driest beers we make. So
And it's
a
not
lot of
overpowering. It's not an
yeah.
overpowering fruit beer. And by
Right.
the way, when you drink it, you have no idea that it's 8.5%, and it's really smooth, and that's what sneaks up on you. And it has on me a couple times. So you gotta be really careful with this type of beer because it'll mess you up quick. But it's great. I love it. And I started drinking a little earlier. I had to cut back. Right after this interview, I'll be moving back.
Well, that
to it,
really
for sure.
surprised me about you because I brought you that Dizzy Dame, and I didn't think you would really like it because you don't like the fruity
I don't
beers.
like the fruity beers.
And it's since been Tom's
It's
favorite beer.
one of my favorite beers here in
All
town
right.
now, for sure.
Oh,
So
man,
give us another beer.
I appreciate that. Now we get into the Knucklehead family.
Right.
We've got a family of knuckleheads around here. We have the standard knucklehead, which has a really good mix. It's got a little bit of coffee, a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of this, a little bit of roast, a little bit of everything in there.
All right.
Then you go into the vanilla knucklehead. Man, it's got some vanilla background in it. It is fabulous. It's one of our best sellers actually in the area.
That's my favorite.
And then the next beer out of that thing coming out is the chocolate knucklehead. We've got a little chocolate background in this baby. It's good stuff, man. I like the chocolate too. And then the new one we have coming out, we've tested it a little bit. I've got a test batch going on in the back. We're actually going to test it here in a little bit.
Okay.
That's the espresso knucklehead. That baby's got Italian espresso in it. Got a little base coffee too in it.
Nice.
Man, you talk about the best breakfast in town.
Yeah, as I say, you
That is the way to go.
And work.
And on top of that, the next beer is Soitenly Oatmeal Stout. So if you go with your espresso and your oatmeal, you've got a full breakfast.
Who needs grape nuts?
That's right. Yep.
Been working on that all day.
It took me a week to work that one out. So.
Well, let's talk about the brewery here itself, right?
Oh, wait, I got one more beer for you.
All right,
first.
go ahead.
Okay, the other beer I've got is we've got our Blonde Dame, which is a nice, easy drinking 4% beer. So,
Which I've moved to tonight before the interview. So I
good
could-
choice.
Right, exactly.
As a matter of fact, that's what I'm drinking right
All right,
now
good,
to my
good,
base to cleanse
did
my
it.
palates for the tastings.
We're good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Jeff reminded me. We do have Witless Wheat out now,
Okay.
which is our German style Hefeweizen.
Oh, nice.
It has.
Nice.
It's got the bubble
And that's a
gum.
summer beer.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
And that baby's good. It's cloudy, man. It really.
Good.
It makes you smile when you drink it. Yeah. It makes you smile.
So let's talk about some plans for the brewery.
Cool. All right.
We're here close to the Lincoln Mill. If you have never been over this way, it's 109 Maple Avenue. Open again Thursday through Saturdays 5 to 9. You can come down here and drink the beer. We have big plans for this brewery, right? You got
Yes.
a big.
We've got a huge backyard.
Right, that you're gonna have plans for
And
stuff
we're,
later.
we're working on adding tables out there, and we're going to put all sorts of games out there, some lights.
And if you're
it's
in
just
Huntsville,
great.
you know about the local breweries. They're doing this a lot. Straight to Ale. Also, what's the other brewery? Yellowhammer, right? And then Blue Pants. They all have really nice beer gardens and stuff. And you guys are gonna kind of follow
Well, they
suit
got
there.
a big one out there, but you guys also have the trolley coming, right?
Yeah, that's right.
right,
We've been working with the city, and we're in a test batch. We're going to have it in July. We're going to have the trolley run from downtown. So you're downtown having a ball, doing some of the fun around
You don't
here.
even have to drive over here.
That's right, man. You can
You
jump
don't
on a
want to
trolley.
drive over here.
That's right.
You want to get
Come
a
on
ride
over.
because all these beers are fantastic. Dude. They just,
That's right. You can have a lot of dizzy that way. It lives up to his name.
Let's also talk about some beers that you might be coming out in the future. So tell me some future stuff that we might be seeing
Well,
from the brewery.
like I said earlier, we're working on an IPA right now.
Okay.
It's an Imperial IPA. It's going to be a little bit over 10% when it's all said and done.
Wow.
And it is going to be off the charts when it comes to hoppiness. And it's
right.
going to be smooth hoppy. I'm not a real big nasty hoppy fan. I don't like the bite, and Jeff doesn't like the bite, and Tracy doesn't like the bite at all. So we're in full agreement. This baby's going to be a big, hoppy, smooth drinker.
Nice. Hey, so let's do this. Look, well, I mean, we've talked enough about the beer. Let's try a little bit. Well,
All
first
right.
up here, we got the Dizzy Dame. Why don't you pour some Dizzy Dame and we can try it right now.
Dizzy Dame?
Yeah,
absolutely.
We'll start big.
So this is the raspberry beer.
This is Jeff pouring too.
Yep.
Jeff is the other brewer here, in addition to Chris. And this
And
is
Tracy.
the raspberry
And Tracy.
beer. Again, 8.5%. It's
Yep.
very smooth. It's man, it's one of my favorites here in town. You guys ready?
We
Hey,
need to
cheers.
scratch,
Cheers,
Chris.
boys.
scratch
Thank
a
you very
stiff
much.
wet
Cheers.
webcast.
And this thing's got the best nose in town. If you like raspberries, man, it's
Very deceptively smooth.
Yeah.
That's very good. So what do we got next? We got the Double Wrong Rye.
Yeah,
This is another
our, Imperial
8.5.
Rye Pale Ale.
The Imperial Rye Pale Ale. Okay.
This is one of our base beers. We'll have this all the time. This is actually one of my favorite beers we make. This one
Also
right
8.5,
here. Man,
but-
and my girlfriend Helen, she loves this beer more than anything. Almost more than me. Almost.
So is there a beer that you always will have on tap?
This
Yeah.
one right here.
This one right
Right,
here.
this
This is
is
it.
Cheers, boys.
This is a staple. All right.
This is one of our staples, yeah. Knucklehead's another one that's always going to be on top.
Always some version of the Knucklehead.
Yeah, we'll have a bunch of versions of Knucklehead, but it'll always be on there.
All right, we're gonna move over to the Espresso Knucklehead right here. This
Man.
is the porter.
You know we're drinking like full beers. In
Yeah, that's what's
retrospect.
happening right now. That's why we're getting
That's like
some-
4 natural lights we just drank.
Yeah, see, this is and with Jeff pouring, we won't have a problem with shortage of beer.
Well, y'all couldn't rinse. I don't know if y'all know.
Oh, I hate
fine.
to waste
It's
beer.
too
We'll be
late.
fine.
It's too late.
It's all right.
Okay,
So this is an espresso.
this is the espresso knucklehead. We make this with Italian espresso
Okay.
that I make in a little espresso machine. And when we make the big tank that's right behind us, I'm gonna make it in a big espresso machine.
Wow. All right, here we go, guys. Cheers.
Let's go. Yeah. Wow. Oh God, that's good.
That's really good.
I'm sorry.
Say that again, Tom.
Oh God, that's good. Yeah.
I tasted that earlier. I've tasted that earlier, and I was like, "Holy crap, dude! That's good shit right there."
Wow, that's. I want to go back to that again. All right, we got one more to try
You
here
gotta
for
bleep
everybody.
me out on that, Tom. I'm
What's
sorry.
that? Yeah. And we got
The
the
Witless.
Witless Wheat. This is a 5.2 Hefeweizen, right?
Right.
Yes, it is.
And if you haven't had a Hefeweizen, very good summer beer. It's
It's got a really good smooth flavor. It's
Right.
got a little bit of, I mean, classified as bubblegum. You've got a little banana. You've got a little bit of clove in there. It's just a really smooth beer.
Esters and phenols.
Yes.
all right.
Spoken like a true engineer.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Brew
Cheers.
Stooges. All right, so
Cheers.
here we go, buddy. Here we go. and that's good.
Wow,
too,
man.
Yeah,
What do you
really
guys?
good.
I mean,
Isn't it good?
I haven't had a bad beer
And
here
if you
yet.
can't
man.
tell
I mean,
yet,
these
like
are all
Joe's
awesome,
saying, you haven't.
man.
There's not a bad beer here, guys. If you get a chance, come down to Brew Stooges, 109 Maple Avenue, Thursday through Friday, 5 to 9. This is a great place to come, hang out, have really good beer, meet really good people.
And you can eat here too because we got Dr.
Dr. Barbecue over
here.
there giving out free barbecue. There you go, Dr. Barbecue.
Good stuff. Good
And
stuff.
so he's here
man.
feeding us. And then also tonight, I'm very excited. We have a special guest, Stephen and Brian here, who's a former guest of the show, a friend of the show. He's going to be playing here tonight. So everybody out there, if you haven't tried Brew Stooges, come down here, come to the tap room, drink some beer, bring some friends, and enjoy really good music here. Come on down.
Come say hi to this guy too.
Yeah, really. Come
He's
on
a
down.
nice- He's a really nice guy.
Yeah. Contrary to what a lot of
Go
people
ahead.
say, we're having fun.
Sometimes I tend to get a little self-destructive.